Yep, we here. We are back with another live stream, man. Y'all know what to do. If you're new, subscribe. If you're old, hit the like button, share the content. We hopping straight into this, man. Welcome to another live stream. Friday, to be exact. We Friday night lights out
Yeah.
here, man.
Yep.
It's your man, Eddie Ed.
It's dialogue, folks.
Hey, man, this is our current events, anything we want live stream, man. We got some pretty interesting topics, man. Jordan Peterson,
Mm-hmm.
um, the decline, Jubilee, nasty foods, and just pearly things with Abin Preach as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna mix it up a little bit. You know, we like to mix it up. We like to hit many different types of topics. So if you're not familiar with us, stay tuned and see what we got coming up. Man, the first one we got, man, street foods. Now you know we're foodies. We're foodies at heart. I like food. I like street food is not something I rock with now, you know, as I'm older. But we like food. And if they could cook, why not take a look? You know what I mean? So we're gonna see now Asia, Asian countries, they have a lot of street foods, like literally food places you can go on the street. Like people be cooking it and selling it
Yeah,
right
that's the
there on the
culture.
street. That's their culture, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not too much familiar. I'm not that familiar with it. But what I do understand is when it comes to cleanliness, it do look like they struggle in that area. Like
Hey,
it
man.
look very it look
The germs are part of the meal.
like, bro, that's 100% correct, bro. It's like you getting street food, be prepared for your stomach to be at war, bro. Because especially if you're not used to that, like imagine if you go there right now and you eat something, bro, your
Ooh.
stomach environment is not ready. You gotta ease into that. You can't just go ahead and have a kebab. If you have a kebab, bro, your stomach is gonna be ruined, bro,
Yeah. Yeah, that's for
because of
sure.
all the the micro
What the micro
environment.
gut bacterias?
Yeah, man, they gotta build them antibodies. But anyway, let's hop straight into it. Let's see the one of the world's most disgusting street food, and it's from Asia. I haven't seen the video yet. Oh yeah, but make sure you're not eating nothing or drinking something. You might
Oh
have to spit it
man,
out.
I don't know if I want to see this, but all right.
Hey,
Damn.
D might got a weak stomach out here.
Nah. It's just I don't have a weak stomach at all. It's just nasty food is nasty. And I'm gonna be honest, when you're not from a certain culture, there are certain foods in that culture that just looks disgusting. Yeah, I'm speaking from experience. I'm from a place where some of the stuff that we eat, I'm like, if someone saw this and they're not from where I am, yeah, they'll be like, nah. And I understand. I completely understand. I don't blame you one single bit because when I think about cheeseburgers now, I think it's disgusting. All right, we have the video up.
Cheeseburgers. All right, here we go.
The oil this woman is scooping out of the gutter is about to end up in someone's stomach.
First of all,
Why
what
is he
the?
talking like that though?
But bro,
That's scary. What is that? That looks like yeah,
that's
that is a gutter.
that's like dookie
Freak,
water, and
man.
it's oil in there, bro. What the heck, bro?
Bro, there could be like car oil in there.
Not fam! I am here to crush your appetite and see if you will still dare to eat some of your favorite foods after you see how some people make them. Let's start with a classic. It's time to ruin fried chicken for you. The oil you just saw? In some places in China, that is the same oil used to soak your crispy, yummy fried chicken. I'm not joking.
Lord
There are
goodness.
companies who buy used oil from sewers, large factories, and even industrial lubricant plants. Still,
Hey, yo, bro,
Are you
this is
kidding?
intense.
You've got to be joking. You have got to be
How are they?
joking.
How are they alive, bro?
That's a good question. And it's fried? So you take
And it's fried.
you take virus infected bacterial oil from the ground and then you fry it? I mean, you
Ew,
might be killing
bro.
all the germs, right? I guess.
Bro, I don't know about that though. Like if you
I am
it's going
stunned. I am stunned.
that was like just to see the oil bubbling, that was enough to be like, oh my, this is it. This is what the oil is all in the meat.
Can you imagine the smell?
Man, hold on, bro.
Uh, uh,
I'm just thinking about all the Chinese restaurants I've been to, that still got the same kind of mindset, bro. If you imagine, they probably use the same oil from day after day, bro.
Oh yeah.
The moment,
They don't change it.
no wonder why my stomach be like freaked up and all that, bro. I'm over there Putin after the first couple bites.
Oh nah, it's good for you, man. Keep eating that joint.
No, bro. That
That's
is sick. And then, bro, my farts after Chinese food be crazy.
Dude.
My farts be like this is not me. This is somebody else.
But it tastes good though.
Some, bro. No, all Chinese foods aren't equal.
True. That's not what I'm saying, but generally speaking,
Yeah.
if you find a good one, it tastes good. But what are they what are they doing with that? My mom decades ago used to work for Chick-fil-A, and she said, "Man, they don't change their oils for sometimes weeks at a time."
To save money, bro.
Yes. That's how your chicken sandwiches taste so crisp. Yes.
And just imagine all the bacteria and everything that accumulates people's spit, people's hair.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Lord, bro.
Dude.
See, we don't think about it enough on what all can happen. And you know how many hair fried chickens we probably had over in the years? Spit infused, juicy
Hey man.
chicken sandwiches,
man.
bro. Bro, we thought we was having a juicy chicken sandwich. It could have been a saliva filled.
Hey, have you ever been eating your food like a burger or something outside at a fast food restaurant and wondered if they ever dropped it?
Yeah.
It'll kill your appetite right away, especially when you go to those ghetto type, fast food joints, because you're stuck somewhere, right? And you have nowhere else to go. And you have to get something to eat or else you're gonna die. So
I know.
Dang, man.
It's terrible. Yeah, sometimes we do have to like just suck it up and eat something just so we could move forward. But man,
hey man.
and then even think about McDonald's too. McDonald's, their workers don't even barely care. So think about the food that or the grease and plus the workers that don't care about how they make the food or what happens to the oil on top of already using used oil.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could imagine, bro.
You said they don't care. They care negative. Like they care going the other way.
Bro.
I don't even know how that looks in real life.
They're gonna put some stuff in the oil. That's how much they care.
Negative care, man. Negative.
Yeah, bro. You can just imagine with this, but shoot. Let's see what they got going, man.
Finger licking good? Maybe.
That dude tearing that chicken up, bro.
Yes,
He hungry, son.
Yes, he is.
Oil puking bad. Or perhaps you would like some sauce with that. Because next is the Indian sauce used to spice up any dish. Chutney. Coconut, mint, mango. There is one for everyone. But would you still eat this mouth-watering chutney if you knew where it got?
Hey, yo.
Where's he at?
Yo,
man?
yo.
Where's he at?
Yo.
Bro, where's he standing, bro? Where's he standing, man?
He's on the toilet.
No.
No. Bro.
No, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Ew, bro. Look at this. Look at this guy. Look how proud he looks.
Chutney if you knew where it got its water. And for
Look at him. Look how proud he looks. He's like, "Yup, I get it from there." This dude don't give a doggone, bro.
Wow. I mean, he has to live somehow.
Dang.
No one is safe, man. No one is safe, man.
Bro, that makes me think about going to places for vacation and stuff. Like, definitely I ain't going. Like, if I ever go to China or somewhere, Tokyo, Japan, street food, I gotta say no, bro. Bro, I really gotta do you really gotta do your research on the sanitary safe restaurants, bro, when you go out of
Oh, bro,
anywhere.
I'm telling you, there's this great street food out there. He makes the best chicken sandwiches out of palm nuts. I'm telling you, he's great. Come to you.
They got nuts in there for sure.
Yeah, man. This one does. This
It
one
got-
has
it
all
get-
kinds of nuts in
yeah.
there, man.
Oh,
God.
can't.
Oh, man.
Fortunately, you are seeing right. This street vendor was caught cooking his chutney using toilet water. Still have an appetite? Let me fix it with some greens. La 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 la. Healthy, clean, fresh. Doctor's recommended choice, right? Let's test it out. If you went to buy vegetables and saw these options, which ones would you pick for yourself? Let me guess.
Probably the darker one.
These.
I would pick
Yeah.
the darker one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, bro, why are greens so bright and colorful? It's a lie. If you go out in nature, you're not gonna find some bright green vegetables just laying there ready for you to eat. This is a lie. You gotta go with the dark, earthy tone ones. That's how you know.
You're not alone. Many shoppers pick the brightest green, hoping to
What'd I
give
say?
their bodies the best.
What'd I
Huh?
say? What's my
Uh-huh,
prize?
yeah.
Man? What's my prize?
Hey, you get a
Look at this guy, man. I already know what's coming, man. Hey, play
Hey,
the video,
you-
man. Nah, play
what-
the video.
we know what you like.
Nah, I don't
But
like
really,
anything.
Some street vendors use synthetic dye to trick your eye, and they have been caught doing it.
Oh, that's crazy. Synthetic dye.
And speaking of dye, you know those toxic chemical embalmers used to preserve your body when you die? Turns out you don't need to wait for death to consume them. Because in Indonesia, some fishermen use it to keep fish looking fresh for a longer time. Feeling like fish out of water yet? I know this sounds crazy, but we are not done yet. Because no meal would be complete without some dessert. Last on
Even
our
with the
list of
desserts.
foods I wonder if you will still eat if you knew how they have been made by some people is pastry. And for your pastry needs, these men are ready to need. Just
Oh.
and a machine, but with their very own feet. Unfortunately, in some places in India and Bangladesh, bread factories do not have machines. So not only do they make bread on floors, they also give it a personal touch.
Oh, that's out of control.
Fancy some some feed-made bread? Wow. This
Bro,
is
look at him. And he got some
crazy.
strong
You
toes
got
too.
the ones that like curl up, that hook on you.
And spread, bro. If you ever see somebody's toes spread like this, they got strong feet, bro.
Yep. Them things
His
are.
toes had muscles, bro.
Each individual toe is like a KitchenAid machine, man. That thing will need anything.
Bro, his toe can poke a hole through a log, bro. It's like this guy is strong feet McGuire.
That's
Of course, all
insane.
the practices we
Look at-
mentioned today don't happen.
Huh?
Did you see him? He was all humble with his hands behind his back and stuff like. "Oh,
Yeah, nah, bro. I saw him.
ah, ah."
You ain't humble.
Everywhere, and they're quite extreme. But still, who knows what happens to your food before it lands in your belly? Fried chicken, chutney, green onions, and sweet pastry. Bon appetit, everyone.
Yeah, bro. Street foods from different countries. I definitely got to make sure I stay away from those because
Yes.
now, especially when they trying different chemicals and different things, You don't know what, and then that's why you have a whole bunch of stomach problems when you go to food, bro. That's probably why, man.
Mm-hmm. What do you call it? I saw a video once of what do you call it? A video in Ghana, and this lady was selling fish, open and out in the streets, open, flies everywhere, and this lady was spraying pesticide on the fish, pesticide, the poison to keep the bugs away, so you can gladly ingest it. They have to do what they have to do in these cultures.
That's why that's why some what do you call it? The birth rate is declining because we eating food that's killing you. Like nobody has healthy nuts out here, bro.
Hey man,
how you gonna have healthy nuts?
Why
is
that your first concern, by the way?
Nah, because we about to get into the statistics.
No,
so
this is unacceptable. You could talk about ovaries. You could talk about the eggs of a lady. This dude said,
bro,
I'm worried about the nuts.
Nobody got swimmers out here, man. They all floaters.
Why do you care about another man's swimmers?
Nah, we just talking about what ain't swimming, bro. Like they can't get to the goalpost. Nobody can win out here.
I understand.
They lose it. They drowning out there.
I understand, man.
We gotta, brother, eating fish, pesticide, filet mignon, bro, or filet of fish.
Okay, I will let this one go.
You know,
that's very suspect, man. The first thing,
bro, hold on. How you let what go?
What you just said about how you care about
filet of fish.
No, how you care about the nuts initially before you even think about the ladies. Like this dude's worried about the nuts. Okay, man.
The Lord said nuts about 5 times.
I forgive as the Lord forgives, so we can move forward.
Said man. About 5 times, dog.
I can see exactly why Christ died for our sins, because we need Him. You know, that's crazy.
What we got next. All
right, man. So speaking of birth rates, you guys may have seen this already, but Jordan Peterson sat down with someone who went through the data of birth rates in different populations, different cultures and stuff. And he's talking about the West in this interview that Jordan Peterson had with him. And I was like, man, that's crazy. But man, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to tie it to something that we have also said in the past. And maybe it'll click for you guys. Maybe it'll make sense. For everyone out there who's saying we're overpopulated and stuff, look, there are more than enough trees to keep this world going, right? We're good. There's more land than we think. So as we're watching this, just keep this in mind, man, because this interview was crazy. It's interesting to see the numbers and someone actually sit down and say, hey, this is a problem. So all right, I'm just getting into
customers, and that's not an easy thing to manage. And so you were doing short-term forecasting that was integrated into the capitalist economy, let's say, to help people plan their product development and so forth. But you came across this data at a much broader level indicating a plateauing birth rate or population growth. Why did that disturb you? Why did you think that was a problem?
Because birth rates less than replacement level spiral downwards. They never stop. If you have fewer children that are required to replace the parents' generation, once that generation grows up, they will, unless birth rates change, which they don't historically, they stay low once they're low, you're going to have fewer people again.
So you see it as a positive feedback loop.
It is. And when you then look up, well, what do you want to find examples of societies coming from low birth rates going back to replacement level, and you realize there are no examples. In fact, there's no known historical examples anywhere. And some people
do we have enough of a historical track to consider that a concern?
In modern times, if you look at the number of countries who've fallen to birth rates of 1.7, 1.6, 1.5, when you have no single example of a country going back to replacement level, we should be concerned. In fact, we should be very concerned.
Right. I know places like Quebec, for example, in Canada, with very, very low birth rate, have tried to institute government policies that, for example, make daycare in principle more accessible to young women and in young families, although that's had pretty much zero impact on the outcome. I know that Hungary
Wait, I didn't catch this the first time. You said making basically what he's saying is making resources available for women to have children and be able to keep the children somewhere for them to go to work has had no impact on the population increasing. Hold up. Are you muted?
Oh yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
I was muted. Freak.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like like what I gotta do with anything, because it's just something that you're gonna use when the kid is here. It's not necessarily gonna make things happen, you know, for the birth rate itself.
Right. It has no real. Plus, when you think about it, they're like, oh, when you have kids, just take them to daycare and go to work. You'll figure it out. But we all know how expensive daycare is. It's not cheap. So
No, it's not cheap.
you have one kid and you take him to daycare. You really think you're gonna have at least three kids and take them to? That's hundreds of dollars every month just to take your kids to daycare. So
Sometime every week, you know, for some.
shoot. Yeah, you know better
Shoot.
than me. So
Yeah, bro.
if you're working, earning $60,000-$70,000 an hour, but you're taking your kids to daycare and you have your bills and you have all this stuff, you're making no money. Like, there's no money coming in your pockets, really. It's like paying a debt.
Put forward a series of policy transformations on the family support front, and my belief is, from what I've read, is that they've at least stopped the birth rate decrease and increased it slightly. So that's the only, I mean, Quebec, it didn't work at all. Hungary, it looks like there's some minor, they're still way below replacement, so it hasn't rectified the problem in any sense.
Here's the deal. The government keeps
When you're expressing your concerns about family structure.
Well, family structure basically is the percentage of women. We say women because we've got so much data on women, but really we should think of men and women. The proportion of women, couples, who have one child, or two, or three, or four, or five, or more. And if you take data for Japan, and you look at 1973, right before the fall in birth rates, the percentages of women having 1, 2, 3, 4 are identical today as they were then. 6% of women in 1973 were having 4 or more children. Today, it's the exact same number, 6%. So our focus has been completely, we've been in a fog looking at overall birth rates. What you find is in Japan in 1974, interesting year, an explosion in childlessness, which went from 3% to 6% to 15 to 21 to 30+% in the space of about 4 years. The same in Italy, the same in Germany.
In 4 years.
In 4 years. It's a
That's
shock. It was what I
nuts.
call a baby shock. And then if you look at Korea, South Korea, which you mentioned earlier, if we take South Korea, mid-90s, right in the midst of a currency shock, you see childless rates were already maybe 15% there. Suddenly it goes up to, I believe, 30%, and now it's over 40%.
And this is childless at what age?
Well, when I estimate childlessness, I'm taking for the given population of women, the number of births you'd expect to have at any age, and saying, how many first-time mothers were there? And when you count up the number of first-time mothers of any age group and look at the overall population structure, you can see, well, wait a minute, there's a gap opening up here compared to the...
Let me ask you something, and this is for the audience too. Have you ever heard of the fact that starting at age 18 and older, maybe it's like 17, but I know for sure it's around 18, the woman's eggs starts degrading. Have you ever heard that before? Oh, you're muted again.
Oh shoot. You hear me?
Yeah.
I heard something similar. It might have been 18 that it was mentioned, but I think I think I heard it starting somewhere around 18 to 21 or something. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
definitely before they're 20. But yeah, women start the quality of their eggs start to go downhill starting that early. So when people like freak out about certain cultures that have kids at 14, 15, 16, I'm like, what are you freaking out about? It's crazy. It's crazy to think about because it brings up the question is and I'm asking your opinion is what do you think is the reason or some of the reasons why, the population is dropping? Like what do you think?
Bro, that's a interesting because I was gonna go into something already. I think, bro, the food, man, the resources.
Mm,
I think, maybe a lot of people might be like, "What do you mean the food? Like, what's that got to do with it?" Well, that got to do with a lot of stuff.
mm-hmm.
Definitely the environment too. But let's start at the food stuff. Like what we're eating. A lot of the food now, especially in America, is not real food. Meaning, it's not food that gives your body what it needs to grow, sustain, to filter, and to die. You know what I mean? Like the food that we are consuming isn't really nutritious. We don't get the vitamins, we don't get the minerals, we don't get the amino acids that we need for our bodies to do its job. And so, if you think about it real quick, I'm not gonna go too deep. If your organs can't get the nutrients that it needs to be revitalized, repaired, and to function at maximum capacity, if as it's deteriorating over time, it's going to affect everything else. Growth in other areas are going to be inhibited as well. So when you think about just the food aspect, it makes sense why people might have all these things start early or might have development issues. You know why certain men can't produce their swimmers properly, or even why eggs are dying quicker, because all these type of foods that we're eating, the acids, the metals, the chemicals are doing that to the body. You know what I mean?
Even the drugs that people take now.
Even the drugs. So just look at that part alone. It's a lot to slice and dice from that. It's a lot to think about and look at, and people that don't know about food, just they like what I'm saying is just not even gonna even register because they themselves don't pay attention to what they eat. And that's why they have these bumps that they can't get rid of on their face. That's why like I didn't mean it to be to sound funny or anything, but like yeah, just for example, why is my skin like this? Why is this if you're
Mm-hmm.
eating terrible or if you're not paying attention to what you're eating, that's probably a big reason, and we're not talking about what if they have a skin or burnt. Stop playing with me, man. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about issues that can be resolved by changing habits that you do. But yeah, that's what I think,
And
man.
Um, and then my my opinion is definitely the food, yes, because if your body is breaking down from not getting the proper nutrients, of course you're gonna have issues with reproduction, both men and women. My from my perspective, I see education as the big issue. So as the thumbnail is pointing, yes, I think education is one of those things that they try to push into cultures. And what happens is it pushes the birth rate from like 16 or 17. They say women having children at 16 or 17 is dangerous. Um
They lying, bro.
I think it's a lie too based on the data, because when you look into it, they're actually taking people or girls that don't seek care when they're pregnant at that young of ages. You know the show Pregnant Teen?
16 and pregnant.
16 and pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you
See,
take Yeah,
oh no, finish with that.
yeah. How do you take a 16-year-old who isn't raised to be ready to have children and then say that it's dangerous for them to have children? Obviously
Yeah.
it is.
See, and this is what they don't tell you about the show, or this is what it isn't emphasized in the show. The dangerous part about the whole thing about being pregnant is that you're not even married. You know what I mean?
Ooh, true.
Bro. They say it's dangerous and they point out this other stuff, but they don't have no context of how to do it properly.
True.
You know what I mean? Of course, they show how not to do it, but they don't. Have you ever heard an episode where they say, "Well, if you were married, this would be, you know,
No, because that doesn't
much
get
safer."
clicks. That doesn't get views.
Nah, bro, they don't get it. So they don't tell you about the married part of how to do it right, because we know that they are in a bad situation because they're pregnant without a husband.
Yep.
Out of wedlock, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
nah, you go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
I was going to bring it back to food, or the food thing.
Yeah.
The education part, the education piece that you brought, that makes a lot of sense, because if you don't know what because they do push the food pyramid joint, that's also a big scam too.
Yeah.
About what's healthy. You see what I'm saying? So the education is a key too, because you could be taught wrong, and think you're doing right,
Mhm.
and actually be damaging your body more. So the education piece is another one too. You got to figure out what the truth is about food, and then when you learn that, then you'll see how everything is true or false.
Sorry
You know?
if I got it confused, or if I confused you if you're listening. I meant education as in going to school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That too, right? Because at the age of when you're supposed to start having children, which is like 17, 18 going up, you have to go to college. You have to figure out your major. You have to take out big body loans that you have to pay back after college. So when you think about it, it's like the perfect trap. Because right when you get out of high school, you have to figure out your profession, your career, and you go right into it. So when you're supposed to be settling down and start having a family, you go to school and have a family later. The problem is when you do the career thing in the front and you have the family later, your life gets jumbled up. So what's wrong with having the kids in the front? Maybe at 30, 35, your kids are old enough for you to have a career. Then you can figure out your career. As a matter of fact, at that point, you're grown enough to be able to think differently. Your perception of the world is different. I was talking to someone in your family, and they were saying that I was saying that men need to get married at a younger age, but more importantly, they need to be taught on how to get married at a younger age.
Yeah, man.
And
You
they
need the
were
knowledge.
they were saying that nah, because their own kids, they can't even see them getting married till they're like 25, 30 years old. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. So this isn't just education and food.
Shoot, I
piece.
wonder who you spoke to.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. This
Who
isn't
the heck?
education and food piece and going to school. This is we're teaching them to get married later, which is the most dangerous of all, because the world could tell you to jump off a bridge, but if your family supports you and tells you not to, you're probably not going to. But yeah, I'll tell you who I was talking to later.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, man, yeah. This is interesting.
Yeah.
When we walked through with him the future of elementary schools in Switzerland, you could see the process in his mind, realizing we're not going to need anywhere near the number of elementary school teachers that we have now, and what that might mean for him. So the documentary starts literally with me asking people in countries, why is this happening? And frankly, I was hoping, in this entire project, I was expecting at some point to sit down and do some form of regressive model, to find a correlation between something that would link these small dragons, these, falling birth rates in Japan, Germany, and Italy, because they were happening at the same time and they were spreading. I never got to that point, and I'm very grateful I didn't, because I probably would have found something like, ice cream sales, happened at the same time, and some spurious thing would have come up.
It's very hard to identify well, it seems obvious that, one of the causes, the distal causes, I would say clearly, is the promotion of the birth control pill. But even that is a somewhat shallow answer because there's a very specific set of social and economic realities, zeitgeist, that even made the invention and distribution and acceptance of the birth control possible, right? You had to have the psychological stage set for the acceptance of that technology, the demand for that technology before it could be developed or implemented.
True.
And so, okay, so you started the documentary, you're in chapter 1, you're starting to ask people what's going on. What are they telling you?
Yeah, well, no one had a clear answer, and that, maybe that was overly simplistic, but what I was trying to do was find some common thread. But let me just, if I can, talk about contraceptives, because there's a wonderful counterexample. The contraceptive pill was not legalized in Japan until 1990.
Dang.
And it was only legalized because Viagra was legalized. And at that point, women said, well, you've been blocking contraceptive.
Hey,
They playing defense, bro. They said, oh, nah, that mean everybody gonna be pumping
defense.
the machine. Yeah, they said, now we gotta put some defense up because there's gonna be too much offense going on, son. We gonna keep on. That is crazy.
That's crazy.
And even with the contraceptives piece, the was it the condoms?
Bro. Birth control
the birth
pills.
control.
Yeah.
Birth control pills. Okay, but even just talking about the rubbers, the rubber. Even with the rubbers, they have chemicals in the rubbers that be making things happen to pH balance, and also bro, they hey man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hey.
It seems like every aspect of life is just geared toward just attacking.
You're gonna end up like this. You know what I mean? Hey, let's put the pieces together, bro. Let's tell the truth on here. Let's tell the truth on here, son.
That's a special topic, man. He will talk to you all day about that. But they get deep into the education stuff too. Jordan Peterson, he talks about some women that he's a class that he came across or a class that he taught and the kind of people that were in there. If you want to get a deeper insight into this stuff, watch the rest of this video. We're not going to sit here and watch all of it, but those were some of the points that we brought up. We've talked about this in our podcast, so if you haven't seen our podcast, go and watch those. They're fun. But yep, at the end of the day, population is dropping. And they're lying to us. They are lying to us, telling us that it's not. Because if they do, what's going to happen? People are going to start getting back together. The family is going to become a strong unit again. And it's not going to be as easy to break down the culture if it's a strong family unit with, strong family values. So, yep, that's the best way to do it, is to make everyone an individual, chase the career, make these businesses really, really prosper, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing because it shows how well the economy is doing. But everyone just go do it. Not just the men. Just everyone. Just go have fun. Just go have fun.
Have fun out there.
Yep. What do you think, man? Any final thoughts before you go with your next video?
Nah, let's keep it pushing.
All right, man.
Hope you guys are staying tuned. Make sure you smash the like button for those who are in here or getting on. Hold on. Sorry, man. Let's go ahead and move into Jubilee.
Hey.
Truthfully, because we're gonna try to identify who's the gangster. Oh Lord, did the video play the whole thing? And who's not the gangster?
I'm in a gang.
Hold on. Let me go all the way back a little bit. Boom.
I'm in a gang.
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 I am in a gang.
Ninja.
Where you up at?
This is tough.
Oh, New York.
Yeah. Where you from?
Hold on. You said what?
This is tough. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Queens.
Like any neighborhood in Queens?
East Elmhurst, 97th Street.
Okay. How about you, my man?
East,
Where at?
Guthrie's.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. Hold on, bro. Dude, just real quick, that guy like I don't know if he got energy to gangbang.
I don't know
dog.
what kind of gang would be keeping him as an asset, man. That's a liability. How are you gonna run away from the cops, man? How this dude is
Bro.
gonna wait? He's gonna be like,
I
"Hey,
don't
man."
believe him, bro.
He'll be like, nah, man, go ahead, man. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna let him know what exactly what. Nah, he's the number one suspect, man. I don't believe him.
Yeah.
San Gabriel Valley.
I grew up in West LA, from Playboy's gang.
Okay. Where you
Nah, she got that chin, son.
Go ahead.
Elm Street, Power.
Okay, okay. Well, that's when I asked you where you from. But you told me Queens. I'm asking where you from. We here find out who's from the hood. Where you from? Huh?
Nah, man. You don't.
East 16th, Newkirk.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna call my people real quick.
Yeah.
Hold up. That dude in the blue.
I was in the feds and in the.
He sus.
said what?
The dude asking everyone what gangs are in,
Right, yeah.
sus, man.
He tried to come off strong.
And my friend, back up. You got no
Yeah.
control.
Shoot.
So the
Okay.
federal game is totally different. So I was in MDC Brooklyn.
All right.
And
Brooklyn,
MCC Manhattan, which is for
New York.
I did 3 years in the juvenile and 3 years in the feds.
All right.
He know my cousin, son.
No time at all. How about you?
I've been a YA, Nellis YA. Was at SRCC first. Got out after that, 67 days. Did 8 years and some change. They gave me 10, 85%. As an adult? As a, okay.
So I took you into Hawaii too, huh?
Oh, me? No, I missed YA. I went from camp to, after that, to prison, San Quentin.
What level were you in?
2.
he said,
Yeah,
he
two,
said,
right? Two?
he said, 2. Like, bro, how can you, because pretty much they at least got 2 levels at least.
At least.
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah, you can't have one level.
So
What
I think he
kinda-
played it safe and said 2, bro.
So how do they jump you guys in your hood over there where you're at? from?
Why
Any
has this
forces
dude
like
not
that?
answered
I
any
didn't get
questions,
involved
man?
fully into
For
gangs
real.
until I went into MDC Brooklyn. I got jumped in.
And you, my man?
What? Hey, yo, son. Why didn't I answer no questions, bro?
No.
Who is he?
No. He's the host.
Bro, he's
man.
getting away with it, bro.
He's the host.
And I can't take Big Joe serious, bro.
Nah. why
I don't
is he-
believe him a little bit, bro.
Why
Look
is
at he
He's like, oh yeah, me too, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, right, right.
bro, I don't believe him, bro.
Then how many guys?
About 5.
What they call them, remember? Or no? The guys who jumped you in.
Oh, my homies.
What the homies' names? I remember the homies jumped me in. The homie Chapo, the homie Sinbad, the homie Trouble.
All
When
right.
somebody beats you up, you kind of remember who beats you up.
My homie Dave, the homie Big Mike, and then other nigga I didn't really know.
Okay.
How old are you?
36.
And you say you never been to jail?
Nah, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I wasn't even in the life like that, man. I was in it to get money.
Me too. I'm all about money, but I still end up getting
Yeah.
caught.
So who jumped you in the Playboys?
Hey, you took me way back. It was Sad Eyes, Lazy, Lucky, Grumpy, Baby Tear, and Munchie Chew.
Well, so far, if I was to think, I'm thinking these 2 guys somewhere here. I don't know why. I just can't figure out which one it is, man. So.
Hey, but we didn't ask him no questions. Yeah,
You know I'm certified player.
I don't know that. You could have did some research and all.
Oh, why don't you start then,
Okay,
sir?
you know what? I started banging in 1989, North Hollywood, California, 91606.
Nah, say he too ready. He too ready. He too ready. He is too ready, bro. Okay, boom, 1989. Bro, nah, he had a pit, bro. This is written out, bro. He memorized his lines.
Yeah.
Look at him looking at the invisible book, bro.
Big Johnny, man. Big Johnny this is not looking good for you right now, Big Johnny. Come
He's
on,
certified in memorization. I tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is hilarious. He said, look, let me, I got to go back a little bit so you can see how he got into it. Because he was way too ready, bro. As soon as they called him out.
Yeah,
You know I'm certified player.
I don't know that. You could have did some research and all.
Oh, why don't you start then,
Okay,
sir?
you know what? I started banging in 1989, North Hollywood, California, 91606. I'm from the Hollywood Boys. They called me Stranger. I ended up going to YA in 91. I got committed for busting on some cops. My YA number 63298. I did about 6 years. I lived through the whole 90s gang banging, and now I'm here just, share my story and kind of change the way I changed my life. That's what it's for. And it's very cool to sit here and try to guess who was that person, so that's what I'm here for.
He's just his.
He seemed a little nervous, dog.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He seemed a little nervous, man.
What numbers did he even say? Because he had that Asian guy smiling, man.
Yeah, because I think the Asian guy could see the BS, bro.
You think so?
I think so, bro.
His demeanor seemed like a cop to me. Like he had put on that sheriff shirt and like, yo, get against the car.
How long did you get jumped in for?
It wasn't so much the time, because some would say, 13, because out here south, but mine wasn't one of those.
Man, I'm glad I didn't have to get jumped in. All my family from my neighborhood, so you know.
Oh, so you just you walked in, huh?
Oh, you didn't get jumped in?
I didn't have to.
You were born
we gotta
in?
jump him in. We gotta jump
You
him
got
in.
born in? Oh.
Let me ask you guys one thing real quick, because touch on what you were saying. A lot of people always say, especially when you're young, you knew what you signed up for when you signed up for the gang. Did you know what you were signing up for?
Absolutely not.
No, I was told.
Yeah, I was told too.
Laid out like this.
You were told, but sometimes you don't understand. When you're young, like, being told but understanding is a different thing. Yeah. For me, like, I was definitely told.
Well, mine didn't do that.
Exactly.
They like, oh, you want to be from the set? Oh, here you go, this right here. Go. They did what to your brother? Go do that. They didn't tell me about me growing up in life. I'm gonna get shot back in return. 9 times just because I know twice. One was accident, and one wasn't. No, that's not no life.
Hey, I'm Cole, and I directed this episode of Odd One Out. If you like this episode and you want to see more like this, subscribe to our channel.
Get out of here, Cole.
Yeah, Cole, we gotta skip you, son.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
Do you think you can skip toward the end so we can see?
Yeah.
We don't have much time.
Whoa, we got much time, y'all. So we gotta skip toward the end, bro. But bro, okay, so far, who do you think it is?
Big
so far,
Johnny, man. Big Johnny is sus, man.
the black guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's sus, and then the dude was right. The guy in the blue, he might be a cop or something.
Yeah, he's too like domineering a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he's too much. Like he know how to control a crowd too good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like he's very stable in his thing. So let's see. Oh, I think they got Big Johnny out.
I've never been to jail. I have been arrested a bunch of times, but I was never been charged with anything.
Dang, Big Johnny's jaw and lips look heavy,
Hey,
bro.
man. All you gotta do is drop that chicken in there. Bloop, it's gone.
Bro, nah, he look
was
like
ready
he
to eat.
exercising. Bro, they heavy. You could tell by the way he talked, man. Okay,
Man.
let's skip down to round 2, and let's see who got eliminated.
His kids working and showing the kids how to, there's a better way.
What do you do what do you work right now?
Structural concrete.
Yeah,
I'm a
Big
attorney
Johnny's
from
gone.
Union.
Okay, that's what's up.
I try to tell everybody to join, like, because I'm in the 50s getting paid.
I do illegal activities.
I can do
No,
that.
I'm just kidding. Oh, I thought you said piano. Like,
No, we can't afford a piano.
like piano.
Hold on, I think in this show,
Busted out the old piano.
if they get the right person out, the game is over.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they win the money. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Thing. Guitar. Maybe I said piano, but I'm sticking to guitar right now.
I'm still curious why I won't show the tattoos. He just didn't seem thugged out. He seemed a little polished. No disrespect. I'm not saying he was soft and like that, but he just did not scream like thugga thugga. I'm a little bit miffed that I got voted off, but it's all good. My story is just kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So it might have sounded like it was a plant, and I knew that coming in. It was either a double-edged sword.
This is how the feds used to do to me too.
I'm putting that wire on you.
That's how you do it, Playboy.
It's him.
Pun intended.
It's him.
He be joking a little too much, huh?
Why you bullshit?
You guys don't want to live this way.
But they
Gang
think it's
banging.
cool, though. Like,
Right.
I tell them you can live like a dope dealer. You don't gotta be a dope dealer. You can be a plumber. You could be.
yeah, we the best. The plumber's the best.
Well, you can live like a. I'm really looking at his tattoos and thinking, does he have fake tattoos? They put some movie star type tattoos on him. I voted for him that time around. Sorry, Madball.
No, I just didn't trust him.
And that's no disrespect.
There was a
He
tie.
said oddball.
Gil and Madball. 1 minute to just pitch why you think you're not the mole.
I actually have a YouTube platform called American Cholo. Why? Because I lived the Cholo life to the fullest. The last 20 years, I've been living that American life to the fullest. That way I push American Cholo. That's the way I speak, and maybe not sound like as your typical Cholo. But if you guys don't think I'm the Cholo, that's actually a good thing because I'm breaking the stereotype there.
Well, me, y'all can probably hear it in my voice. Do I sound like a square person? You know, you look at me, the average. I might scare you on the streets if you don't know me.
Man,
like,
what if it's that lady, man?
Nah, I don't know. I'm just like, nah, I could never be a mo. I don't believe in snitches.
Can you guys actually escort Madball and Gil to the green room?
Man, I'm gonna run there real quick. I'm gonna go run there real quick.
Catch a blind, bro. Catch a blind. So why I think it's Madball? I said, how much percent? And then he goes, what you mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and he goes, halftime. Like,
Yeah,
right, he
then on
said
level
San
2.
Quentin. San Quentin level 2,
Oh,
look,
good.
I was locked up when I caught my gun charge too, and I never went to level 2. I always went to level 3. What you
No,
think?
I agree.
All
I
right,
agree.
For sure. Just bring them in.
Look at that, Mad Ball. I'm about to cry.
Took your credit away, fool.
I'm like, oh, I know they're gonna get Gil for sure. He's out of here. I wasn't expecting me.
Please raise your hand on 3, meaning you want to continue playing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if the box turns red, that means real gang members have lost and that the mole is still in the box, and they win the cash prize for themselves. If the box turns green...
Okay, before we figure out the answer, do you think the mole is out for real?
No, I think it's the blue guy.
I think it's the blue guy. That's what I was saying from the beginning. I thought it was Big Joe. But Big Joe might have been a guard, you know, one of them guard gang members. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like every gang member have a big dog in there that don't really like do all the action, but he just there in case somebody try to rough people up. Then he could like squabble somebody.
Yep.
I think he was probably one of those because he was definitely sitting out eating some chicken and stuff.
Hey man.
Definitely. Blue guy, he had his lines ready. He was too organized with it. He was kind of nervous in the beginning of it. I guess he didn't want to mess up his lines.
Yeah.
So he looking like it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That means you 3 split the cash prize and you've correctly guessed who the mole is. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Dope.
On the count of 3, the mole can stand up, okay? 1, 2...
Oh, hold on. Who do you think it is?
It's Mad Dog.
Mad Dog? Hey, he looked too lazy to work, son. I'm sorry, Mad Dog. I'm sorry, man. Shoot.
3.
Hey! Look at this guy.
Wow.
Look at this guy.
This dude, boy.
Look at this guy.
I didn't want to say it in the beginning, but I'm like, bro, I don't see him moving.
Nah, man.
I don't see him moving, bro. I don't.
It's Big Johnny.
Big Johnny,
Dang.
man. Big Johnny. Hold on, let's see what he says real quick. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oops.
The right choice, man. You made the right choice.
I was a little nervous about this because I had to sit there and lie to actual gang members.
When I see a person, these
Actual gang members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude looks crazy, man.
Oh, the Asian guy?
Yeah, Johnny. Johnny looks wild.
Funny, bro. Well, not funny, but interesting enough. He's actually a believer.
Oh, yeah?
He was actually on Ruslan's podcast, bro.
What?
You're telling his story. How he was in the gangs, came out of the gangs, found Christ, everything. Bro, his whole story's on there, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I checked it out and everything. Like, he was a gang member. So from the jump, I knew him. And look, they have his thumbnail, or they have his face on the thumbnail because he popped off and went viral from his testimony. Yeah.
Dang. He looks wild. You could tell by his mannerisms, this dude has seen some stuff.
He was calm, like you know what I mean? Like, so a lot of times when people are in it, or like when people are a part of whatever the thing is, you know, whatever the said profession or the said group, a lot of times people will be calm about it instead of being hype, you know.
True.
So
Big Johnny was not hype though. Big Johnny was chill,
Big
man.
Big Johnny was not hype. He ain't wasting no energy, bro. Like, he's not doing nothing.
Waste energy for what?
For what, bro? Only thing he using it is. Anyway.
Hey, next video up. We're gonna try to fit this one in. We did it again. We brought it at the last minute, but this is Abba and Preach on Pearly Things. There's another video that they did in response to her response to this response, but we can't get to that. Maybe we'll get to that another time.
Another time.
In that next video, I do think Abba and Preach are talking a little bit into the air, like, because at the end of the day, I don't think people understand what a covenant means in marriage. But then again, I can't apply Christian standards to to everyone. It won't work. Okay, like it just doesn't work that way. So I understand what they're saying, but also I'm like, but y'all don't really know what marriage is, do you? So anyway, I'm gonna play it.
Just Pearly Things. What do you think?
I want to think about what?
About her getting in trouble.
It was bound to happen.
Okay, if you aren't aware,
What's bound
Just
to happen?
Pearly Things, the lady who's 26, unmarried, single, career-driven, and constantly tries to educate women on how to be submissive and married by 25, has gotten in trouble recently. Not for not taking her own advice.
That
being
intro.
The opposite of whatever the fuck she preaches. But more so for having Nick Fuentes, who's a white supremacist.
By the way, did you ever see that episode?
Of what?
Well, I didn't see the episode, but did you ever see that she had that guy on there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he's an open racist, so.
Oh, okay.
And basically,
She trying to get the
brought him
clicks.
on the platform for an interview.
You think she is? Probably.
Perhaps.
Probably. Yeah,
You know,
knowing
she's about business, so.
true. Knowing how she moves,
Mhm.
yeah.
Didn't push
Yeah.
back against any of the stuff that she said. Basically, was co-signing him.
And I just like to say, when you come on Pearly Things, yeah, all right, we've got best smoke for you. And where you now?
Listen, you've sat down and you've ate off Just Pearly Things by tagging us, yeah? And your production is not our production. Our production is big out here. You get me? I got bare smoke for you lot, bro. Both of you lot. I got smoke for ABBA and Preach, bro.
You ain't saying shit now,
I'm
right?
pretty sure this dude's unemployed now.
You ain't saying shit now.
Yeah.
If you come in, cause
She fired his ass.
when you come for Pearly Thing, where you now? Where's the smoke? Where's your cigar? Where's your cigarette? Where is it? Cause when you come from one of us, yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
that's
what about-
her. That's Pretty Things like teammate or something.
Yeah, apparently he was on the production team.
Oh shoot, and he got knocked off.
He got knocked off because of how
Sure,
Pearly Things
Lord.
runs things.
when
Wow.
people come from one of y'all, what's she gonna do?
Listen, I'll say this about Pearl.
Fuck out of here, clown.
I think it's wild that people have an issue with her right now when she's made her entire career on clowning black women.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now that she said something about black people as a whole, y'all got an issue. But when she was clowning black, I remember this girl used to have videos back in the day. She used to hit me up all the time. I never really responded much. She used to hit us up and she's like, oh, I want to interview you guys. You know, I got one of the fastest growing podcasts in the world. This is like when she had like 100K subs. And she had this video. She's like, look at this video. It's going viral. And it was her talking to this black woman telling her how ridiculous she is. And on the face of it, it's like, all right, whatever, it's fine. But when I started seeing her try to do the new come up where she transitioned from what she used to be, which was before her videos were like, whitest girl in the world reacts to new rap song. Whitest girl in the world reacts to ABBA and Preach. Whitest, I'm like, okay, this racial dynamic that she keeps playing into is corny and cringe as fuck.
That's
But
what
she
she does.
saw it as a marketing ploy. That was her in to get in, right? She then transitioned to the next step, which is like, oh, I see what Kevin Samuels and some of these other Red Pills are doing. Let me try to emulate that. So she inserted herself, and she was just talking. And I was like, y'all don't find it fucking weird that a white woman who grew up in a extremely wealthy, in some rural part of America, okay?
So I'm gonna show you the front of the house. So I wish I could like be in these videos, but I could not find a sibling that felt like
is making her career giving marriage and life advice as some young 22, 23-year-old to older black women. I'm like, you ain't got any Asian, Latinos, white women to critique. No, black women. So I was already looking at her a little bit weird, and she invited me a bunch of times. I never wanted to go on. My man's 28.
Yeah, all right. Let me fast. They always got to do this to this guy, man.
He's an easy target for some people.
Easy, bro.
Easy target. He look for a funny picture, bro.
Yeah, but anyway, what do you think about that? Because Pearly Things is her past.
I mean, I was looking forward to hearing that one guy get knocked off, or like that part. I was looking forward to them talking about, yeah, she destroyed the guy, she fired him for. I was looking for something juicy, but yeah, hey, she's about making.
Let me go. Yeah, she is about making her money. She is about
that, bro.
Yes, she is. And that's the scary part is you got to be careful who you take advice from, because many times someone will bring up a complex issue and maybe that person is wrong, right? But instead of talking through the issue, she will just say a fact. She will say a fact. She'll quote statistics. She'll quote people in the red pill space, not really having that dynamic conversation type thing. So she's never been that kind of that teaching point I think people need.
There's smoke for you lot, bro. Both of you lot. I got smoke for ABBA and Preach, bro. Bro, please don't mention it.
When you say that, don't say we. Just say you got smoke, because I ain't got
That's
no
what I said.
smoke for no one.
No, that's what I said.
So this guy came out
Yeah.
saying not only he debated a video saying like, yo, she takes over 80 to 85% of people's ad revenue.
Now, myself and Pearl sat down to have a conversation, and she expressed to me that she wanted to do a new segment for her show. And she said she would want me within her studio 4 days per week. I said, okay, from what time? She said from 10 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. I said, so working 4 to 5 days a week for 7 hours is essentially a day job. What is my guaranteed fee at the end of the month? What is the salary? And she looks at me and she says, we do not do guarantees and we do not do salaries. She does percentages. So I said, okay, cool. Well, what's the percentage? She said, Sarah, you're the high end, so you will get 70-30. So I said, fine, okay, let me listen. 70% goes to me and 30% goes to you. Now she looked at me and she said, no, 70% goes to me, Pearl, and 30% goes to me, Sarah Garvey. And that's when I started scratching my head. I said, what's the low end? She said it's 10 to 15%.
Which is like a crazy.
What the heck?
What the heck, indeed.
See, this is what I was looking for. This is like she using people, son.
Man, when I tell you,
wow,
when I tell you that whoever shows their face on any platform talking some kind of game, look at the background. Usually when you look at the background, you see what's going on. You see the deals that are being cut. You see the conversations that are being had. Anyone, when you look at anyone, you will find something. So it's interesting whenever something happens to someone and people jump right on top of it. They don't wait. You know, that's how everything is nowadays. When something happens, you got to talk about it right away. So, you know, we try to give some benefit of the doubt, but at the end of the day, I like to wait. I like to wait till things die off and the real information comes out. Then the real conversations happen. But, you know, that's just not how today works.
I mean, I think for this particular situation with Pearly Things, if she don't start treating people, you know, as partners, teammates, and being, you know, I guess for this fair with people, man, she's not gonna build a strong team. You know, she's gonna make herself weak. Because if you just out there to use people, they gonna figure it out. They're gonna know. They're gonna feel it, and eventually, they're gonna leave. They're gonna get up out of there. So, if she keeps this up like this, she's not gonna have a long-lasting dynasty or whatever she's trying to build, because it's not gonna be no people around her to help her.
She already burnt a lot of bridges, man. I don't know if she can come back from this. You know, when Hafiz met with her, you remember that conversation. When he met with her, she was like, I want to have a wife show. Bro, remember when everybody was defending just Pearly Things? Everybody. And I was sitting back like, are y'all even listening to this conversation? He said, you're going to have a wife show, right? And she said, yeah, I'm going to have 304s on there. She's going to have a bunch of whores on the show. And she's going to try to turn them into wives. What about that is trying to make women more quality or more fit for marriage? You are an entertainment piece. And people blew that conversation out of the park because of Hafiz's attitude and how he was acting. Just Pearly Things was praised. Just that's what I'm saying. You gotta wait on these conversations. Now look at this. Look at this situation. Look at this situation. So it's just so funny how things always go around circle. It's so funny. This lady's talking about something. I'm gonna have hoes on my show and try to turn them into housewives for entertainment. What?
My stomach hurt.
Hey man. All right, man. That was a fun
And-
time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My closing remarks is, please pay attention to what you eat out there, man. Please
This
pay
guy's
attention to what
suffering.
you eat. Because man, it's gonna be good for you later on. Like, you know, if your swimmers don't swim, if the eggs don't bake, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Or boil or whatever.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but seriously, pay attention to what y'all eat out there because it's serious, man. Things are starting to break down quicker without notice.
Yep. There you go. Thank you guys for joining us on this live stream. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, do the usual, blah, blah. Watch out for our live streams. At this point, we don't know when we go live, but we will go live at some point. When we go live, you will know. If you don't know, I guess hit the notification bell and then you will know. With that being said, we'll be back with more videos. Hey, remember to send us your videos. Send us videos that you want us to react to, and we'll do just that. So the more you guys send us, the more fun this will be. We may even increase the length of time we do this for. You understand? So once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.